So today I'm going to show you how I make a canvas covered board. Canvas boards are great for wedging and also for hand building your clay pieces because the clay doesn't stick to the canvas. So particularly if you like to slab build canvas, making a canvas board is going to change your life in a really good way. So what you need a board, a piece of wooden board or MDF like this, and this measures at 35.5 inches by 18.5 inches. It can be larger or smaller than that if you like. I just happen to like working with this size. You will need some canvas. This is, I got this from Amazon. There's nothing particularly special about it. I think it's called Duck canvas, is that right? I'll put a link in the description below to the canvas that I bought anyway. It's pretty thick, it's pretty substantial. You will need a staple gun, the sort of thing that you use when you are reupholstering furniture, and again I'll put a link below to that if you want to buy one of those. Some duct tape and a pair of scissors. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a piece of canvas that's the right size. Got a feeling this is a very big piece of canvas. It only arrived yesterday. It's good when you're working with different coloured clays to have a different board for the different clay colours that you use. You don't want to be rolling white clay out on a board that you've been rolling red clay on, because you're going to cross-contaminate. So that needs to be just a little bit wider, so I think I'm going to go this way. I'm going to pop this on here. I mean, I do use just plain wooden boards for rolling clay and wedging clay as well, but the surface is just not quite as absorbent, so it's just better all around if you can cover it with a piece of canvas. So I would recommend cutting it just a bit wider than the board you're going to use. You need to pull the canvas to stretch it over the board, so I'd recommend maybe a margin of about 3.5 inches all the way around. So I'm going to cut around this. Just give me a minute, I'll speed this up because otherwise you're going to have to watch me using a pair of scissors, which nobody needs to do. What you need to do now is you need to effectively stretch the canvas over the board as tightly as you can, and I find, I'm sure there's other ways of doing this, but this is how I do it. I find the best way to do it is to pin it on one side, and then you can kind of pull it on the other side and then pin it on the other side. So I'm going to use my staple gun and just staple across here. Now what you can do is twist it round and then pull it tight on this side. Pull it so that the fabric's under quite a bit of tension. Put it in the middle, and you can lean it against your legs like that, and then just pull the canvas, hold it, pin it down with your fingers, and then staple it again. Because you want the canvas to be tight on the other side, so that when it gets a bit damp from the clay, it doesn't go baggy. Now you need to find a way of folding this over in a way that isn't too bulky. If you just fold it over like this is a lot of bulk, and it might make your board a bit wobbly when you're using it as a work surface. I'm sure there's an elegant way of doing this, but the way that I do it is I just snip some of that canvas away. Do you know what? It helps if your scissors aren't completely blunt as well. These scissors are just a little bit blunt. That's away, and then I'm going to fold it like that. I know this isn't very elegant, but you're going to do what you're going to do, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check on the other side and see how it's looking. Now you can see that there's still a few lines on here from where the canvas was folded, but that's okay, they will flatten out with time. It feels pretty tight. The canvas feels pretty tight. Pull it again. And pin it. And then right, okay. So I think that's enough staples in there. What I'm going to do now, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this gaffer tape. I think it's probably called duct tape in the rest of the world. The duct tape is going to go across here just to stop fabric from fraying in the way that it's doing now, and also to stop the staples from scratching any wooden surfaces that you happen to put it on. Now, this is ready to be used as a wedging table or as a slab building table as well. And the way that because this is obviously quite a lot smaller than the table, the work surface that I'm working on, I use a couple of these G-clamps and I just clamp it onto the table like that. So it's pretty portable. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye!